Daily Words of God.
Not only have those unwise and arrogant men not tried their best or done their duty, but instead they have hands outstretched for grace, as if what they ask for is deserved. And if they fail to gain what they ask for, they become ever more faithless. How can such men be considered to be reasonable? You are of poor caliber and devoid of reason, completely incapable of fulfilling the duty you ought to fulfill during the work of management. Your worth has already fallen precipitously. Your failure to repay me for showing you such favor is already an act of extreme rebelliousness, sufficient to condemn you and demonstrate your cowardice, incompetence, baseness, and unworthiness. How could you still be qualified to keep your hands outstretched? You are unable to be of the slightest assistance to my work, unable to commit to your faith, and unable to stand witness for me. These are already your misdeeds and failings, yet you instead attack me, tell falsehoods of me, and complain that I am unrighteous. Is this what constitutes your loyalty? Is this what constitutes your love? What other work can you do beyond this? How have you contributed to all the work that has been done? How much have you spent? It is already an act of great mercy that I place no blame upon you. Yet you still shamelessly give me excuses and complain about me in private. Do you have even the slightest tinge of humanity? Though the duty of man is tainted by the mind of man and his notions, you must do your duty and commit to your faith. The impurities in the work of man are an issue of his caliber, whereas if man does not do his duty, it is because of his rebelliousness. There is no correlation between the duty of man and whether he is blessed or cursed. Duty is what man ought to fulfill. It is his bounden duty and should not depend on recompense, conditions, or reasons. Only then is that doing his duty. A man who is blessed enjoys goodness upon being made perfect after judgment. A man who is cursed receives punishment when his disposition remains unchanged, following chastisement and judgment. That is, he has not been made perfect. As a created being, man ought to fulfill his duty, do what he ought to do, and do what he is able to do, regardless of whether he will be blessed or cursed. This is the very basic condition for man, as one who seeks after God. You should not do your duty only to be blessed, and you should not refuse to act for fear of being cursed. Let me tell you this one thing. If man is able to do his duty, it is because that is what he ought to do. If man is unable to do his duty, it is because of the rebelliousness of man. It is always through the process of doing his duty that man is gradually changed, and it is through this process that he demonstrates his loyalty. As such, the more you are able to do your duty, the more truths you shall receive, and so too shall your expression become more real. Those who merely go through the motions in doing their duty and do not seek the truth shall be eliminated in the end. For such men do not do their duty in the practice of truth, and do not practice truth in the fulfillment of their duty. Such men are those who remain unchanged and will be cursed. Not only are their expressions impure, but what they express is nothing but wickedness.